Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Introspect, a segment on the channel where I talk about more personal stuff. My mom was someone who always focused on the positive side of life, and that's what this installment of Introspect is about. Allow me to tell you about how she got us our first video gaming system. The year is 1996. I was 12 years old and my younger brother was 11. Our mother was about to leave for Atlanta, Georgia. She worked for the government of our home country, Suriname, at the Center for Women's Rights, and along with a few colleagues, she would visit the 1996 Summer Olympics for an outreach program with the American counterpart of our office. Since things like video games were much cheaper in the States, she asked us if we wanted anything. I immediately said I wanted a Super Nintendo entertainment system. In school, I had two friends, Siddhartha and Laurindo, who each had an NES. We played games like Mario Bros. 3, Mega Man 5, and even Little Mermaid. I was amazed at how vibrant and fun these games were, and I wanted a system like that. But we were smart about it. The successor to the NES, the Super Nintendo, came out in 1991. Since City and Law already owned an NES, we agreed it was only logical that if I was allowed to get a system, it would be the Super. That way, all of us could enjoy both systems. So, I asked my mom for the Super Nintendo. But to my surprise, my younger brother asked for a Game Boy. I said, bro, we can play the Super on TV. It's a bigger screen, it's in color, and it comes with two controllers. And he was like, yeah, but the Game Boy's portable. What? Man, Super Nintendo. Game Boy. Super Game Boy. Mom was like, all right, since you two can't seem to agree on it, I'll decide. How? Whichever one I find first is the one I'm going to buy. My brother and I exchanged some angry looks. Of course, you realize this means war. Now, my mom was going to be in Atlanta for 2 whole weeks. She would always call us when she was away for work, but she made it abundantly clear. Better nobody ask me on the phone which system I got. I was 12, so you can imagine I wasn't very patient. But it did give me time to think. My brother had a point. A portable system had its benefits, like if you're outdoors and you want to play some video games for a bit, or just a long drive. So I'll give him credit for being a versatile thinker. But I still wanted a Super. 2 weeks later, Mom was on her way home. It was a late flight and she probably wouldn't be home till around 2 a.m. My Uncle Raymond was taking care of us while she was gone, and around 8 o'clock, he was like, you got school tomorrow. Go to sleep. But we couldn't sleep. The suspense was too much to bear. A little after 2 a.m., we heard the airport shuttle arrive. Uncle Raymond went downstairs to help Mom with her luggage, and we were excited when we heard her voice, but even more excited about what system she got. We snuck out of bed and hung out in the kitchen so we could hear Mom and Uncle Raymond without being seen. We were no James Bonds, though, and Mom quickly realized we were there. Desmond, Yuri, come on out. I know you're there. You're supposed to be asleep, but since you're awake, I might as well show you what I got. Then she pulled out a big Toys R Us bag, but I still wasn't convinced. It could be a bag with a Game Boy and tennis rackets or some drawing pads for all I knew. And she pulled out a box, and it read on the side, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I lifted up on my toes out of pure excitement. I didn't even look at my brother's face to see his response. I was so happy.
You've just got to accept it. Your Game Boy is gone.
Thank you for letting me share that story with you about how my mom got us our first video gaming system. On the next Introspect, I'll tell you the interesting story about the first time we turned it on. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.